About her that she really does have an interest in domestic situations,
Exactly.
But we think that it's domestic policy or foreign policy, but she really does like to make her home nice.
And she did a fabulous job. Some of the pictures from the Clinton administration are just wonderful.
And now we come to Laura Bush, who had, again, I think probably an even bigger challenge than Lady Bird Johnson, because she had to preside over a holiday tradition right after 2001, September 11th.
Correct. And in fact, the White House was closed for tours for 4 years. So how was she going to decorate and share this with the American public? And they went to great lengths to actually make little videos that they put in the visitor center and also on the internet starring her pets, which were really fun. But she also copied her mother-in-law's style. She loved the snow-laden trees and lots of them. And she loved topiary ornaments.
And the topiary ornaments, which she loved, and I know that you are fond of as well.
Yes.
You've actually brought some of those, so that's another tease that you'll learn how you can make one of the Laura Bush decorations yourself if you stay with us. Before that, though, we're going to finalize the Christmas with the First Ladies by asking about Michelle Obama, and very, very popular in everything that she does. I would imagine even with her decorating, people are going to find something that they can really emulate.
And you know what she does? She likes to bring the holidays back to what's important. So she's all about family at the holidays and crafting with your children and remembering our servicemen and women overseas. So she brings a more spiritual message to Christmas at the White House.
We're going to talk more about her and the other First Ladies and share some more pictures, but first we have to take a break. When we come back, though, more of our look inside the intimate White House traditions. Plus, as I said, we're going to show you how you can duplicate some of the First Ladies' ideas. There's Laura Bush's topiary. We're going to give you some ideas that you can do at home right after this. You know, we're always interested in your feedback, and at this time of the year, we'd love to hear your suggestions for holiday decorating as well. So please feel free to email me directly at lynn@lynndoyle.net. You can also find us on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and on YouTube. And we'd love it if you would like us on Facebook and friend us there too. There's a Lynn Doyle page and a Lynn It's Your Call Doyle page. So find us there. And I know that you and I are friends on Facebook.
We are.
We've been friends for a long time here on the show as well. Colleen Christian Burke is here. She's written a book called Christmas with the First Ladies. And now she's going to share some of the actual suggestions that she poses in the book, actual presentations from the First Ladies that you can duplicate at home.
Right, so I'm all about Christmas decorating in my house, and so I wanted to know, how could I have Jackie's style? How could I have Laura's style? And I just wanted to get right in there and see what I could recreate, and we have some stuff here.
Okay, we're going to start over here because this one is actually from the Jackie Kennedy era.
Yes.
Right.
And what Mrs. Kennedy loved was miniature ornaments, which is very different from other First Ladies who hang very large things on the tree. She always hung very tiny things on the tree. And so what she would do is just basically wrap jewelry boxes, no jewelry, I'm sorry, Lynn, they're empty, and she put them on the official tree.
This is something that seems like it would be very simple for people to do at home. If you have like a little box, you just decorate it with either cloth or with
a wrapping paper you like.
Right.
So simple and so stylish.
Yeah.
And you can be like Jackie O in basically 3 easy steps.
I know. This is an idea. And you can just get a simple tree like this. Doesn't even have to have lights on it. You've used a champagne bucket here for the base. Perfect. Okay. Now, we mentioned earlier in the show that Mrs. Kennedy really preferred the Nutcracker style,
yes,
and that she was a big fan of Nutcracker. But we saw that revisited by some of the later First Ladies.
Right. Both Barbara Bush and Hillary Clinton did the Nutcracker, and when Mrs. Bush did it, she had volunteers actually decorate actual ballet point slippers.
So tell me how we would be able to recreate this at home.
So easy, and especially if you have a little girl, this is such a fun thing you can do with her ballet slippers when they don't fit her anymore. Basically, I went to a craft store and I got some self-adhesive gems, and I just tack them right on, and I put a little tool in it, and they come with their own ribbons, and you can hang them right on the tree.
And if you look inside the book, you'll see that a replica of this, or the original one actually, is hanging from the tree, tied to the
and it makes such
stem.
a statement.
It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And so that's something you guys can do.
You can do it, and you can tuck anything you want in there, a little toy, a flower, anything tailor-made to your little girl would be great.
Okay, we are moving now to something that I think everyone is going to be interested in recreating because it's something that Michelle Obama does.
Yes, and everyone loves Mrs. Obama.
Yes.
The fun thing about these gingerbread men is that they are not edible. And the White House has a long tradition of gingerbread cookies, but they also had a problem where people were taking a snack right off the tree. So we solved this problem by making these with glue and applesauce, and this is Mrs. Obama's idea.
Okay.
And she basically turned what looks like a cookie into an ornament. And what you do is you mix up your applesauce and your glue and your cinnamon. That's why they smell so good. Roll it out like it's really a cookie. We have some cookie cutters here. And then once they dry, you can decorate them any way you want. So,
okay, give me an idea of how you would decorate. Let's take one of these plain ones. You see these plain ones right here, guys?
I'm going to take one with a face.
Okay.
And then I am just going to embellish here with a little button.
Now, people who have watched the show know that Lynn stays as far away from
the glue gun as possible. Probably
can.
Very, very smart.
Yeah, really. So I'm going to let you do this.
I'm just going to put a little flower. We're making a girl here. We're just going to make her fancy. And she's just going to look adorable when we get her to the tray. Now, you can do whatever you want. I mean, your imagination can run wild. We'll go over here. We have some rickrack, which is like 69 cents a roll. This whole project can be done for under $10. You know, you buy the generic applesauce, you buy the generic glue, the cinnamon, and they last forever. They're indestructible. So if you go to the effort 1 year, you have them forever.
Okay, that's something that maybe you could create a tradition with your children and look forward to doing.
I'm going
to
send you some blank ones for your grandchildren, and you can make these.
Could you send me the ones that already have the buttons on there? Although my grandsons would probably be great with the hot glue gun.
Well, you can also just use regular Elmer's. It doesn't dry as fast, but just as easy.
Okay. Moving on to a spectacular,
one of my favorites.
Absolutely spectacular decoration, and one that I know has a personal meaning to you because, as I mentioned earlier in the show, Colleen actually helped Laura Bush decorate the White House in 2008. So.
And Mrs. Bush loves topiaries, and she's so elegant and gracious, and I love the idea that she put it in a champagne bucket. And basically what we did here was we took a large styrofoam ball and we glued different size ornaments onto it, and we made this stunning topiary. Couple rules here. You want to use the same color. You need 3 different size ornaments to give it a rounded look. And the trick is you really need to use a low heat glue gun so that your styrofoam doesn't just melt away.
Okay, and you're basically just taking the different balls of different sizes and just gluing them right onto a larger styrofoam ball.
And I'm following the shape of the styrofoam ball. And then a secret to make it really easy is get some floral picks the same color. I went out and got some silver ones. And you're going to find that you have little holes peeking through, and you can just stick them right in, and it's easy breezy. Anybody can do this, but you just need some time. You can't do this in the morning for a nighttime party. This takes a couple of days.
Okay, so was that the favorite item that you were able to incorporate into the Bush White House at Christmas, or do you have others that you really like?
Well, she always did a snowy tree, which I really love, which looks fabulous in photographs. Sometimes in real life you can see it's artificial snow and it's not quite as dazzling, but this is always dazzling, and it's a showstopper. And when I have it sitting just in the center of my table, I always get lots of compliments.
Well, I can see why. And we're looking at some of the pictures from the finished product there.
Yes.
You said at the beginning that this was a goal for you to decorate the White House. Now that you look back on it and you actually had that opportunity, is it somewhat of a surreal experience? Well,
it was a ridiculous goal to start with. I mean, it just seemed so out of what was going on in my regular life to go to the White House and decorate. And it's one of the great honors of my life. And that's why I was really happy to actually put the book together, because I joke that my own family photographs are not organized, but I was able to pay it back and organize our Christmas photographs as a country. So very just delighted to have been able to go. And I think everybody should go at Christmas time to see the decorations.
Yeah, well, if you can't do that, if you're not able to actually go to the White House and see them, get this book, because it gives you the sense that you were there and you get to share all of the family experiences all the way back from the Kennedy administration to the current administration with Barack Obama. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll share some more intimate ideas from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And of course, we always ask you to share your thoughts with us. Tell us what you think at lynn@lynndoyle.net.